Hi, this is CJ from Single Travels International, and I am with our troop from Single Sailing Adventures Monaco Grand Prix. So we're going to go through all the information and make sure that we've got everything lined up. So, um, first off, we could just go around and say hi and say your name and what you're looking forward to seeing or how many trips you've taken. We'll start with Anne. I've got you first on my screen.
Oh, okay. My name's Ann Modina, and I felt deprived during COVID that I couldn't travel, so I've
Uh,
desired to travel and to do things again that I used to do.
mhm.
I think this is my third trip, I think, with Singles International. I think so. I'm not, I lose track of where I've been. I'm a retired social worker, and I live in Boston with my two cats.
Mhm.
And I'm really looking forward to getting on the plane and going somewhere.
Yay, that sounds great. I love it. And two cats.
French feel, I take 2 French lessons a week. So I can't wait.
Oh, great. My internet's getting a little spotty for some reason. Hopefully that'll fix. Okay. And Shelley, how are you doing?
I'm Shelley. I'm from Needham, so
Oh,
outside of Boston. I've actually uh, I've been traveling with STIs. This is probably, I don't know, might be my 16th trip.
mhm.
Um,
Wow.
but I traveled last summer. I did the Crete cruise, and I stayed a week in Crete. And then the summer before in COVID, we actually were on the Three Continents cruise, and we came home the day the world shut down. So I've been traveling with STI even through COVID. So I know all about doing that. So, but this was a Jeannie who's not here on the Zoom call. I'm not sure if she's going to come on or not. So she's like, oh, come to Monaco, come to Monaco. So I decided to come to Monaco. And actually last night I ended up pulling up Formula E racing. It's 11 vehicles in Monaco. So it should be really interesting. So I'm definitely looking forward to this trip.
Great. Thank you, Shelley. And hi, Rochelle. How are you?
Hello. I live in Katy, Texas, and I
Oh.
think I've taken maybe 4 or 5 trips with STI or through STI. And I'm just looking forward to a break. It's been a very interesting past 2 years, so this will be
Mhm.
good.
Yes, absolutely. We're all there with you. I know. Yay, we could travel again. And Lori, how are you doing?
I'm Laurie. I live in Southern California. I
Uh-huh.
live in Orange County, California,
Uh-huh.
south of LA, north of San Diego. That's my
Oh.
famous description. I had started traveling with STI. Actually, Ro and I met on my first STI trip, and I want to say it was 2012. Is that right? To
12 or
Ireland?
13. Yeah,
Yeah,
12 or 13.
It's 13. It was 13.
It was 13.
It's 13, right. Doesn't matter. But anyway, so we've been, every year I try to get a trip, and it's also my third, this will be my third Clipper trip,
Okay.
which I am so in love. Like, honest to God, I am so in love that, and we already booked a 2023 sailing trip, because if I have any choice in life, this is what I want to do. I just want to go everywhere with them. It's just amazing.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yes, it's really just a great life. I haven't done the Royal, but we did the Star Flyer twice, which
Mhm.
was amazing, just amazing in of itself. So that's it. Just really looking forward to spending time. A couple of people that aren't on tonight are joining. There's some people that are joining but didn't book through STI. They booked individually. that are going to be in the area. And so I'm just looking forward to really enjoying the whole Clipper experience and the STI fun and have a good time.
Lovely. Wonderful. And we've got Erin.
Hey, finally.
Oh,
I know. I guess apparently I've never done a Zoom meeting. This is my first one. And during COVID, I was working in the office. I was a, what do you call it, essential employee doing tax returns. So I didn't get to stay home with COVID at all. I've been working the whole time. I did go out of the country last year. I went to Croatia with some people, but yeah, I'd had some trips the year before. I had one with STI that unfortunately didn't make. It was canceled because of COVID, and that was really disappointing. But or this would be my 5th trip, but instead it's my 4th. So and my first STI trip, I actually went to France, and I was Paris to Normandy with the riverboat.
Ooh,
nice.
But I was the only one that made it. So it was interesting. So I can make friends regardless, I guess, and just push on no matter what happens. But I haven't been on a Clipper before. I haven't done the sailboat. I've done the yacht and the riverboat a couple of times. I did find out I do get seasick with yachts. So I've already got my patches ready to go. And so I won't be a bother to anybody.
Well, thank you everybody for introducing yourself. That's wonderful. And a little bit more about me. My first name is September. And yes, I was born in September. CJ is just easier and quicker for travel, but you can call me either one. After college, I went to a school called International Tour Management Institute, and I've been working in tour management for over 25 years. I've worked with all sorts of big companies, but I am so happy and my heart is with STI. I'm just so happy to be traveling again. Yay! So here we are. So first question is, did everybody get the final vacation details?
Yes.
Did you get that? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So no, and also you can find it on the website under our trip page as well. So you've got that. And oh, here comes somebody. Hold on a second. Let's see. Hello. They're connecting with the audio, I think. Hello, hello. Hi, who's this? You're muted if you want to unmute.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
Deborah,
no
yeah,
problem.
I apologize for the lateness. We are having South Florida evening storms knocking everything out.
Well, you're right in time. We were just doing introductions. So perfect. Is this Deborah or?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm CJ and oh, Lori's coming back. She must have gotten bumped off somehow. There we go. Okay, coming in. Where are you from, Deborah?
South Florida.
Oh, wonderful. Great. I am in Albuquerque too, everyone. I don't think I told that. And Lori, you can unmute too if you want to join the group. And you're back. I could see you.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Wonderful. Okay, great. So we're just making sure everyone has the FVD, the final vacation details. Yes? Everyone got
Yes.
it? Perfect. And I was saying you can find it also on the website, our website under our trip page. So let's bring it up. Let me share my screen and we'll just go through so we can just kind of make sure we've got everything. And oh, to make us very excited. Ooh, here it is, our Royal Clipper. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Can you see that? Can everyone see that on their screen? Okay, just
Yeah.
make sure I'm sharing. And then just to show you where to see your cruise account, go under contact here, my cruise, and push on that. And then you put in your last name, booking ID, sign in, and you'll get your account. Has everybody looked at that part?
Yes.
And gone in?
Yeah, we already did
That's
that
pretty
last.
familiar. Okay, great, wonderful. So let's go on over to this. And we'll just kind of go through just quickly. Of course, you've got your passport, I assume. Yep. Remember to bring your Vax card. You want to bring your original, but also, of course, make a hard copy and a photo on your cell phone. So has everybody had their booster too?
Yes.
All of that?
That
Yep.
one.
You've got
I
that
got-
card.
Booster Monday. I'm still dealing with it.
Yeah. And I know some of us are double boosted already. So great.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. As long as you've got that documented on there. Your travel insurance. The fit and willing travel commitment form. You guys got that? You can just click on this, and fill it out if you haven't done that yet. And now this one's a little bit different. The France passenger locator
Yeah.
form. Does anyone need help with that? Have we done that?
I do.
You want to
Um,
see
I-
it? I can click on it and see it come
Well,
up.
what happens with the France one, it clicks to setting up an Italy one through arriving by boat. It doesn't ever show one arriving by plane. And the same link, it's underneath number 5 and number 6. So I didn't know if those were supposed to be different, but they are the same, and they are for arriving in Italy by boat. So I think I'm missing some of the thing on the French
Mhm. Right.
one.
I've been looking at the French one. I haven't filled out my Italy one. Can you see this? The EU PLF.
Mhm.
Mhm. So you make an account,
Yep.
basically, with your email and password, and you start it here. And I found the French one has changed a little bit because it's just your airline now. right?
Yes,
Mhm.
that's where I was confused.
Right, it's changed. So the video we had was back when you had to fill out a lot more for France, but France is getting a little bit easier and opening up.
Okay.
So it's just that you're going to fill out, you can see here, continue to log in. Let me see. I think I saved mine. Let's see. Oh, maybe, well, let's see if I can get in and show you. I already filled it out today, so I don't know if it'll let me go back in. The only part of this I found a little tricky was, let me see if that goes. Before you begin, let's see. Oh, here it is. I saved my, okay, good. Was doing the, she's direct or non-direct, right? Then you put in your airline name, your flight number, seat number. Mine said it was optional for seat
Mine
number.
did too.
Yeah, so the only part I found tricky is when you put in your time zone. Sometimes I couldn't find my time zone. And so I just put in what was closest and it took it, right? So that was okay. Like for boarding airport, they only have a couple of them listed, but you can just put in other, and then another box will drop in where you can write out the airport that you're leaving. Like mine's Albuquerque, and it doesn't have that. So I had to just write it in. So it's pretty straightforward. If you have a non-direct,
Okay.
you'll
We'll
just
do
do
the-
each
Okay.
leg. Yeah. And then after this, it just continues on about, basic information, your address and all that type of stuff. So for France, it's just flight information. And then let's go back and look at when you go to, see if I can get back to Italy.
So
It's
Tammy,
I would-
Tammy,
are
on
these-
the news this morning, Italy came out with a statement, it's no longer required for travel to Italy as of like this morning.
oh
it
wow,
Probably hasn't even hit the travel sites yet. It was on CNN this morning.
the
and I was like-
PLF, the
And the only
PLF.
reason I know that is because I had literally just finished it. It's like, what? I wasted all this time.
Oh,
We don't
that's funny. So the
We don't
P,
have to do the form for.
Don't
Italy.
take my word for it. You need to take somebody else's word for it. I'm showing you what I saw on CNN
Yeah.
this morning.
and that is the thing about COVID rules. They are changing daily.
Minute to
mean,
minute.
all the time. That's why we couldn't tell you the details about COVID rules and guidelines until we got closer to the trip. So I don't know, we'll have to verify, but it sounds like Deb saw that possibly you don't need a PLF for Italy. But of course, I'm gonna, on STI side, we'll have to double check that. What's wonderful about the chat box, and you all know the chat on our website for our trip, is that we can put things like this in it, and I can update and tell you about different things after this is over too. So yeah, I'll just double check, but boy, maybe we don't need Italy.
Do you need to do these within a
know.
certain time frame or?
You need to do it before you go.
Right, well, because when we went to
Essentially, right.
Greece last year, you had to do it like before you left the country, and they were giving you a QR code at a certain time. And when you got to the airport, most people, we didn't have the QR codes. We actually had to show them the email that we got from them. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's
through Greece.
interesting, right?
Yeah.
Things are getting better. I mean, as
Thank
things
God.
open up, things are dropping away, but things, as you can see, are changing day by day. I would definitely fill these out before you leave, right? Before you leave the country. The Italy one is still up here, so we shall see. They'll update this particular website, when it does change altogether. But as of now, this site is saying you need one for Italy, and you need to put your cruise info in for that. Okay, so
Hey,
there's
CJ?
that. Yes,
I'm still on the France form. I finished it, but I don't think I've done it correctly anyway, because it asked me for my permanent address, which that was fine. But then it says, are you going to have a temporary address in the next 14 days? And I said, no. And then, it's like wanting, so I feel like you almost need to do it 14 days before for it to be accurate, because now it says temporary addresses in visiting country is nothing. So don't I need to put my hotel addresses? And
so no, well, for mine, I think they're saying if you're staying, I filled mine out today, and I'm just looking on my phone for my email. They sent me, if you've done it correctly, they send you a copy of
right, I've
your
got that.
locator form with a QR form. So if you've got that, then you're fine. I mean, if it's been submitted and you got your document, an email back saying that you have your PLF document all done. Is that what you got back?
That's what it did. It instead in temporary addresses in visiting countries, because it wasn't within the next 14 days, it auto-filled like my home address again under temporary address in visiting countries. So that's the only part that I'm
that is
uncomfortable
odd.
with.
You
That's
mean
the only part I'm uncomfortable with. Yeah.
So
that-
Erin, basically the reason why it does that is because we're not going to be there for 90 days. That's only if you're going to be there for up to 3 months as a visitor. We're only going to be there for about 15 minutes in the terms of that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what's happening. So you're all good.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
And when you have your PLF document done, on the side where it says my accounts, you can click on my PLFs and you'll see it there. And you can also make it into a PDF. But the email they sent me today, it says, thank you for completing your passenger locator form before your trip. And then it's got a little QR code. But I suppose, on there, and date of submission and all of that. So it's nice, you can look back at it underneath your account. Yes. So great. Those are great questions. Yeah. So let's go back to, let's see, our travel documents. Just go through the rest. Are there any more questions on, and I'll double check, that was great news about, I'm going to put that down, about checking about the Italy passenger locator.
CJ,
It hasn't hit the consulate sites as of this morning. Because I was looking at the consulate sites, but it hasn't hit the consulate site
It has
yet.
not. So it's so brand new. That's why certainly, I mean, I have to say we still have to fill it out, because obviously it's not up and
It's-
running yet.
It's so
Yeah.
hard to keep up. I travel a
Right.
lot. I travel to
Exactly.
Saudi.
I was
I
just,
spent-
right, yeah,
I travel to Saudi and the Middle East a lot, and it
Uh-huh.
changes like literally day to day, literally.
exactly. All of a
From the
sudden,
time,
yeah,
the time you leave your country to the time you get to their country, and it has changed.
right. So we're going to fill out both the France, of course, which is your airline information, your flight information, and then your Italy, which is about your cruise, that you're coming in on a cruise. And here it says on the last question about which region in Italy you will be entering, enter Liguria right there. And that we only have the 2 ports in there. You can see that information. Okay, what else do we got? We got that, of course, Star Clippers. I'm sure you've given your copies of your insurance, passport, and vaccine card.
So we do
To
need to bring
us.
copies of our insurance.
Yes, I
Okay.
would definitely bring copies of everything that you need. Yeah. Yes. Double copies are always great too. And then your check-in. I showed you where to check in for your putting your personal details on your Star Clippers site. We're going to be tested right before we get on Star Clippers now with an antigen test. So that's much easier
I
than
have
what
2
they
questions.
used to
I
have.
have 2 questions.
Mhm.
Back up a bit. And didn't we already do the information for the Star Clipper ship and tell them our confirmation number and our cabin number? Didn't we already do that?
Did you
Well,
go to their website
I
and
think I did. I
check
think
in?
that,
Yeah.
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 Didn't we already do that?
Well, it's up to each person individually when they do it. So I'm sure if it's familiar, I showed you the login site. I
Okay.
can go back to it. Yeah, where you
No,
put in
fine,
your
we're good.
address. Yeah, then we're good. Right. A lot of this you might have already done. We're just, double checking. So great. If you've gone to the site and filled in under My Cruise, the information they wanted, we're all good. Then the day we embark, it's a simpler test now. Whew. It's an antigen nasal swab test that they want Star Clippers before we get on. Approximately 15 to 20 euros per person. So this is much easier than what they used to do, which was a larger 24-hour test. So that we will do right before we get in.
I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
On some of the information we received, it looked like you could go to the pharmacy like 24 hours before. And then, because even right here in the paperwork, it says if you arrive without your own antigen test results, then you would do it at the port. So won't there be like
Right.
a 200 person line? Wouldn't it be easier to just go to the pharmacy the day before and get it done and then have your paperwork all ready and walk right on?
I can't guarantee you're going to walk right on, but because I'm not sure how many people are going to be in that line or this line, you could go to a pharmacy and do that and get it done. I think the reassurance level of when the ship does it is, you've got the right type of test.
Okay.
And that they can
So we don't
see
have
the
to go to the
results.
pharmacy anymore. We don't have to do that
We
step.
don't have to. Before in the fall, I think they had a nurse come and do everybody together, and it was, a PCR test. So it was much more lengthy. You get the results back a little bit later. This will go fast. Because it's just the nasal swab. So, it's going to be a lot faster, which is the good thing about it.
Okay.
And also, by the time you found a pharmacy near the hotel, it might be taking away from your vacation and going to, because we're going to be right on the beach and all of that sort of thing. So it's sort of like apples and oranges, probably.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was most worried about. Was like, I found the pharmacy. I've already emailed them, already got up my information.
Oh, great.
And I had it where it's a 15-minute walk, but I was still nervous walking there by myself and trying to, so, but anyway, if I can skip that, then that's good.
I think it's best to do it near the ship, right?
Requests from the government that I haven't used yet. Can we use these and just hand them in?
That has to be done on a Now I see, I'm not even
Computer.
sure if that's the particular type.
It's Antigen.
Well,
Send it to me.
It has to be a specific antigen. It has to be the only antigen test. Like, for example, the New Year's Eve cruise that I did, it was antigen, but it had to be a specific Binax box that was bought and done with a website with somebody instructing you how to do it. So you get a printed form back on your email that has the name and the time. You can't just do it with
Right.
taking a picture of a stick.
CJ,
So it's
they have their
actually,
own, Mhm.
oh, I'm sorry.
they're all
It's-
set up at the terminal.
Yeah, right.
They're all the guys, all the crew is out
Mhm.
there. They're set. They have a nurse. You walk in and it's done in 2 seconds flat. You get the results right away, pretty much, maybe 5 minutes, and then on to the boat you go. So
Isn't that lovely? That is
I'm just
great.
saying it's so
Yes.
easy rather than trying to
Mhm.
do, especially
Right.
now with no PCR.
Right,
It's probably just easier
right,
um,
right.
to just do it at the terminal.
Exactly. And that particular box is not the one that would be correct, because to buy one that has the test that you have to go to the website, it is harder and it's more expensive than 15 euros. I think the tests that we had to do that way during our New Year's cruise were like $50, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
when
it'll be
Lori-
much
yeah, when
easier.
Lori and
Yeah.
I were in France and
Mhm.
in November, it was roughly, depending on the pharmacy, because there's no set price, it was from 75 euro, from 55 euro to 75 euro. So
Oh, wow.
and we
Yeah.
had to do it every 3 days.
Oh my. Yeah.
Wow.
Things are getting easier.
Yeah.
Things are getting easier. So this
Greece
is
was 50
fantastic. Yeah, this will be much easier and we'll do it there. They administrate it. So, it's much easier and better than, trying to do something else and then finding out it's the wrong one too.
Right.
Okay, so we've got, if you need any extra things, we of course got the assistance package if you need. And meet and greet. Hey, that's us. And that's what we're doing. Okay, so I don't have the shore excursion material yet. But when I do, I'm going to post information about it in the chat. So you'll get some of that ahead of time. And then of course, during our pre-night, a day before, we can find out what you like. I'll get you get that all down so I can get it booked for you when we get right on the ship right away. So look for in the chat for shore excursion information when I get it. And I think I'll get it fairly soon. So that'll be great. Let's see
It's,
what else.
So CJ, if you go out to and look at our trip, they actually have the excursions posted.
They might have changed it, but I've been looking at it regularly, and it's actually the one that they have linked to is a different, it's a completely different ports. It's a completely,
Yeah, it's from
Oh.
like last year. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You
Okay.
noticed that. And so we've been asking, and I think the office has gotten something, but that was part of it. It's like, wait, this doesn't match up. This is different dates. But I believe we've gotten something. So fairly soon you'll see it in the chat. All right. My cell phone number, of course, is on the final vacation documents. Please put my number in your phone. So you've got that easy way to get a hold of me, text, let me know if you're arriving late. I think there's just a couple of people that I don't have flight info for. Deb, Rochelle, and Linka, I think.
I
So-
sent mine
Oh, great.
already
good.
on Thursday when I sent the email saying, hey, am I getting all the emails?
Oh, good.
And
good,
I
great.
got, and I didn't get a response. So I don't, I'm really concerned that I'm not getting response from the office.
I will send an email with
Good.
those two things. So yes, absolutely. I'll send that after this. Gotcha. Wonderful. The transportation from the airport to our hotel, the tram is the easiest way. Or you could take a taxi, but just make sure that you get, of course, finalize the price beforehand, of course.
And I found out you can use Uber also.
Oh, nice.
Uber can be used in France.
Oh, great. Yeah, download that Uber app. Wonderful. What to bring? You know, I was reading that the beach at Nice and other beaches are a little bit more rocky than sandy. So a good pair of water shoes, something you can go in and out of, walk on those little rocks. That's a great idea. For Saint-Tropez, I had an idea of, have you ever heard of L'Opera? I'll put the website link on the chat. It sounds like a really neat place for the evening that we're in Saint-Tropez. That's really full of, people dancing on your tables and just kind of decadent and just really fun and lively. It looks like a place you need to make a reservation for. So I'll put the link. Tammy highly recommended it. So if you want to do something like that, you can get a spot and we can talk about it more when we meet each other too. Let's see. Any other questions about the final vacation detail?
I have a question. I'm almost embarrassed to ask. I thought we were meeting at a hotel, and then from the hotel, we were going to the boat.
Yes. Well, let me come down here. Now we've gotten rid of the documents. We can talk here, right here, pre-cruise hotel package. So this information is in your final vacation details. It's nice that it's got the address and the phone number and all of that. So you can easily make your way there by the tram or Uber or taxi. Then I've got all the dates here when people are coming in.
Pardon my ignorance, but what's a tram?
It's on here as well. There is a tram number 1 or 2. Let's see if it's on. I know it's on here somewhere. Here it is. Oh, no, let me see. Maybe it's a little bit earlier. There is a tram that's €1.50 that takes you straight in to the center, close to the hotel where we're starting. You do have to walk about 10 minutes though, after you get off of the tram, but it's right there. It starts right at the airport and goes right to close to the hotel. Like I said, when I was Google mapping it, it's like a 10-minute walk afterwards. So depending what you want to do, you can either do a taxi, an Uber, here it is, or the tram line number 2, blue line. So that's right in your final vacation details, arrival in Nice, transfer to the hotel.
I think if you know French, it would be easy, but for like someone like me who knows no French, I probably will either Uber or taxi.
You know what I'm going to be, and you know, it also depends because it is another 10-minute walk, you know, from the tram over. I'm going to be
I've done that in Italy, so no.
Yeah. So, but it's in there if you like. And then of course, a journey should only cost you €32 for a taxi.
Unlike Italy, where they gouged me one day from Rome.
And it really is true. Even if you confirm the price and say you walk away and you come back, double confirm. I had that even in Denver. I said, oh, it's $56 to get to the center. Oh, but it's $5 for each piece of luggage. You know, it was just, you got to really make sure. Sometimes they want to do little add-ons. So make sure you know the price ahead of time. That's one nice thing about Uber is you know what the price is going to be. Yeah. Okay, so then we've got that. You've got your address here, so you know where you're going. We've got when people are coming in. That's nice. Yay. And then you'll meet me either at the hospitality desk or across the street when we're doing happy hour, depending when you're coming in. And then we've got the first couple of days here, but you'll get your weekly schedule. And of course, I'll be updating it as we go too with any changes. And here are our, in a minute here, I can't wait for our Grand Prix trials. Look at that, VIP. It's wonderful. It's going to be a real highlight. Trackside restaurant. You can have your lunch, food and drinks all day, and grandstand seats for the Grand Prix.
Do we dress up for that one?
That would be very casual, I think. Well, you can make it a little bit fancy. Everything is pretty casual on the ship. There's no formal nights. So that's nice. But of course, you might want to bring some little things to dress up with, or add a little sparkle if you want. Also, very good walking shoes for those days, for all the port days, would be great. Here's our theme nights. Wear racing colors. Woohoo! Then one night is that we're going to dress as if we were racing. Maybe you're all in red, maybe you're all in blue. What would you wear? Checkered patterns. Dress as if you're going to go race on the Grand Prix. Our other one is Movie Star Festival. Cannes might have their own private film festival. Well, we can too. This evening, let your inner movie star shine. Or perhaps you'll be your favorite movie star, modern or classic. The choice is yours. It will be a star-studded night.
So CJ, I have a question.
Yes.
I belong to the Facebook group. There's a Star Clipper Facebook group,
Oh, great.
and it shows it's the 3 different ships and where they are and people who are on them. And the 2 smaller ones, the 2 sister ships, they have on every cruise, they have dressed like a pirate night. And I can't get any information on whether the Royal Clipper does it either. Now, you got to know I'm from Tampa. So
Okay.
in Tampa, we have something called Gasparilla. So I belong to a pirate crew.
Mm.
So to get a picture in crew attire on a Clipper ship would be so amazing, but I don't know if they do it. Is there any way we can find that out?
I
You
am
read-
bringing pirate
Yes.
stuff
Oh.
too as well.
You read my mind. So you have the same question, Shelley, about it?
No, I've
Or-
been on this. I'm on the same website. I think it's the Facebook group, the Friends of the Clippers.
Oh, okay.
And-
Yes.
They all said, I think they all do pirate night. So I actually went out. I have stuff for pirate night.
Oh, I won't be alone. Thank you.
No.
I'm so excited.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you read my mind about trying to find out the schedules and the activities that the ship is having ahead of time. So I believe I'm going to get those this week. So I'm going to look through it, and if I find out about pirate night or any other special activity, I'm going to put it in the chat. So when I find out more about the shore excursions and the schedules and special events, like if they're having the pirate, I'll put it on there. So everybody just keep looking at the chat for information and extra things that you might need to know. Yes, and a great place to put questions too, as you get ready. So that's really neat to know about the pirates. I will look for that. Excellent.
CJ, do you know what the temperature is supposed to be while we're there? Because I'm trying to figure out what in the world to pack.
I know. I think, you know what is always good is to have a little bit of a layered look, because it might be one of those things where it's warm in the day and then it gets cool in the evening.
Yeah.
So thin layers are good, so you can peel something off just like, like an onion and kind of control your temperature that way.
And they're
still kinda-
casual.
and it's
The whole trip
casual.
is casual.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Well, you know what? As we get closer, we'll get a better idea. But definitely like at least a light sweater, a little bit of rain gear too would be probably good.
Yeah.
And that's another great thing to share as we're going along on other things you think that perhaps we might want to bring as we get closer, depending on what the weather's going to be like. Yeah, but I would say a little bit of a layered look is always good to travel with. Little layers you can pull off, a little light sweater with a t-shirt underneath, that sort of thing. Share your gifts. I love this part. If anybody has something they want to share, I would love it. Yoga, photography, dance lessons. Tammy has those as some certain little ideas. So think about it. Does anybody speak French?
Trying.
Intermediate level.
And
Or
I'm not-
Italian?
I'm not fluent. I'm just at an intermediate level.
Oh, well, that's great.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, you see, little things like that. We could try to learn a phrase a day. I hear
Sorry.
essentially they love their culture so much. Of course, they want to include us and they want to see that we're making, an effort at least to learn a few things. So
Come
that
here.
would be fun to do too, to try to learn a little bit as we go. So think about it. If there's anything you want to share. On one of my trips, I had a lady who did water aerobics. So at each hotel, she would have a little water aerobic class. I've had people do line dancing, all sorts of fun things. At the end of our trip, let's see, what have we got?
DJ, can I interrupt you?
Yes.
I've been doing that Finder, and for some reason the primary phone number is not taking. And is it because I'm not putting in a country code?
So wait, oh, you're doing the passenger locator?
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing?
I'm falling behind. Yes, I am,
No,
but I'm doing
which
it now.
one? I understand. I just did my French one. Which one are you doing?
It's the French one.
The France
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
And you're putting
the
in what part?
locator. Yeah, it's on the primary telephone number.
Yeah.
So you have
Plus
to put a
one.
plus.
Yeah,
something
I did the
first,
plus, but I guess it just does. Let me try
and
it
then a
one more.
1. So plus
Oh,
1, and then your
yeah.
phone number. And it's all together, no dash, I believe.
Well, it worked.
Oh, yay. See,
You
we're all-
guys, thank you.
Yeah, isn't it nice? We all help each. See, we're working as a team already. I can tell we're bonding already. We're all
I know. I'm like, I
helping
got
each
the
other.
plus. I just didn't have the 1. So thank you.
yeah. Oh, no
I do-
problem.
Are you going to be bringing some t-shirts with you?
I'm supposed to be getting a box of all sorts of things, but I don't know how many t-shirts. Is there
Okay.
something particular? We also have
Well,
a
no.
shop.
The t-shirt I have is from many sizes ago.
Ah,
So, because I know you guys like to do the group photo in t-shirt.
yeah.
So that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
my
I'm not
4th
sure.
trip and I've never got a t-shirt.
Oh,
And I think
really?
the main reason for that is because I'm the only one that went on the first France trip. So no one was there to give me a shirt.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
You
Okay.
No concierge, no nothing? It was just
No, it was
you?
only me. Yeah, only me. And it was not after the Nice terrorist event, after Bastille Day, the following day. And it's my very first trip to Europe.
Oh,
And I
wow.
was all by myself. So
Well, that
Wow.
must have been very scary.
it was
Oh.
until I got on the boat and then I was fine.
Oh my gosh. It was around that terrorist event? Oh,
It
dear.
was the day after that I left to go there. Yeah.
Oh, that was,
Wow.
oh my gosh.
That's great.
Wow. Well, this will, oh my goodness. That's a very big introduction to Europe. I'm glad that you're good. You're flexible and coming back. It'll be better. Oh my goodness. So after we get off the day of disembarkation, I think there's a couple of you who are coming with me to the post. Yay!
Hey, me.
Yay! But for USA, and of course, who knows, it might change as we were saying, but right now, you have to have a COVID viral test, as you can see from the FDD here, taken within 24 hours of travel. It used to be like 3 days in the fall. Now it's just 24. So Star Clippers very nicely has an appropriate test to be taken aboard. So you can do that the day before, 15 to 20 euros. But the two of you, I think it's Erin and who else? Oh, Erin and Anne. Yeah. I'll help you do your COVID test, find a place, getting the information, what's the best near the hotel, because you'll need to do it the afternoon after we get off, because you're leaving the day after on the 29th, right? So just so you know, I'll assist you with that. And we'll be staying a 1-night post really close to the hotel airport, which is fantastic. Just a little tiny tram you take there, just within 7 minutes, and you're in the airport. So that's what we'll do. And we'll take our own transfer, Anne, Erin, and me, to the B&B Hotel Nice Airport Arenas. Sounds good. We'll have a nice farewell dinner so that is everything on the FBD. And again, keep a lookout for news on the shore excursions, news on the schedule, on different things like the pirate events. Whenever I get something, I'll add it onto there. So please do check that. And also, if you have questions, that's another great place to put it as well. So I think we've got everything that was on here. Any more questions anyone can think of?
CJ, I actually won $100 voucher, I guess, for the clipper ship with Tammy.
Ooh,
So I didn't,
nice.
if she had sent you that information, or I don't know. So I don't know how that works. When she had her she had a travel talk,
Okay.
and it was with the clipper because they were talking about the Athens to Istanbul cruise and the Costa Rica cruise. So my
Okay.
son, a couple other people won the $100 voucher or whatever it was. So I didn't know if Tammy had mentioned that to you.
Shelley, I was the other person and I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, Deb, you were the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of you, Shelley and Deb. So it was the cruise talk that was
It was the
sponsored by
Clipper cruise.
Star Clipper, is that it?
Yeah.
So it was a Star Clipper $100 voucher, is that right?
Yes.
But you
yes.
didn't get anything from it, email or anything
No.
else? Okay, so that's good to know. Okay, gotcha. That's easy.
I'm
to
waiting
describe.
to
Okay.
see how this trip is, because she's got so many other Star Clipper trips for next year.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if I want to do Costa Rica or
Mhm.
the Athens to Istanbul.
Excellent. Okay, this is excellent. That's easy to describe. So I will send that on. When did you see that travel talk? Was it the past couple? Just so I can kind of get an idea and put
I
that
think
on
it
the date.
I think like last month,
It was last
like the
month.
beginning
Okay.
of last month.
Okay. Okay, great. That helps. Just to get like a date of when it happened. Okay, great. Very good. I'm looking forward to
Yeah, I can tell you the
being on
exact date.
beach and what, yeah. Oh, you have
It
the
was
exact date?
April 5th.
April 5th. Okay.
Yeah.
I am so happy to meet all of you guys. My gosh. Let me stop sharing. I think we've got everything here.
Oh, my hand's
It's
still up.
Oh,
Oh, well.
you guys, I can tell it's just so nice. You're bonding already. You're getting to know each other. And it's so nice to be able to get out and enjoy life and travel once again. I'm looking forward to good food and the beach and the ocean and all the beautiful places that we're going to be seeing, from Cannes to Nice, Saint-Tropez, oh my goodness, Corsica and the Grand Prix as well. And of course, I'm trying to line up Brad Pitt, to come over. I know you guys are talking about, we'll try to storm the festival, but no, it'll be a wonderful time. And if you have any questions, I am here for you. So please put something in the chat. I'll be looking at it. And of course, there's probably lots of other information that's coming in onto the chat as well, the things we talked about. Great.
Yeah, I want to definitely go to Corsica after watching Amazing Race.
Oh, I watched that too.
They went to Corsica, but I'm not eating the cheese with the maggots in it.
No.
No,
Me
make sure to
either.
point that out so we don't do that.
No.
Oh, no,
But-
you'll see it. They wiggle.
Jean and I were trying to figure out where they did a zip lining, and it went through, it was like a hike and zip lining through rocks and whatever else in Corsica. We were trying to figure out if you can get to it, or we don't even know where we land in Corsica. There's two locations, but it looked pretty interesting. But the island itself, I mean, with the limestone cliffs and I mean, it looked really.
Was, I saw that same episode with the cheese and oh my gosh. But
It was snowing.
beautiful.
It was snowing there last week. Just
Really?
so yeah. So is it going to be a little cooler there than Italy and mainland France?
I wouldn't think so.
But it was snowing last week. I was just like, what in the world? And they said, well, it's still a month. And I'm like, still? I mean, that's snow.
But I'm wondering if it was on, because it is a little mountainy. I don't know. Well,
I really don't hope to plan to, I'm bringing like one zip up sweatshirt. That's it.
Yeah, me too, pretty much, yeah.
I
Yep.
think that should be good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. As the weather gets, as we get closer, I'll put something on
And
there
I'm
as well when
still
I can
bringing
see it
bathing suits.
closer.
Never know.
What was that?
Still
Bathing
bring
suit.
bathing suits.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Gotta go to the beach.
Absolutely. That sounds great. We'll have a great time. And in each port, we'll go out, enjoy, drink, eat. And then, of course, you'll have your choice about shore excursions. To me, travel is about choices, and you have a lot of choices when you're on a cruise. You've got the included activities, and then there's other ways you can pace yourself or add an optional, or just come with me and explore the port. So it's all good, all wonderful. Well, it's so nice to meet you, ladies. We're going to wrap up and take care. Happy travels, and I will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
À la prochaine.
Mhm.